Hello ladies and gentlemen, diecast construction expert here, and today I have a review for everybody. I know it's been a little while, so I wanted to try to catch up on at least one here while I have a few minutes. Today we have obviously two of the Hamm H13i compactors. Obviously the one on the left is going to be the smooth drum version, and the one on the right is going to be the Sheepsfoot version. Since the Sheepsfoot version is probably going to be a little bit more my style, so to speak, I'm probably just going to use that one for the majority of the review, since they are pretty much the exact same minus the tires and the compaction drum itself. So other than that, we are going to hop into the review, and like I said, we're going to start out and only go with the Sheepsfoot compactor. Alright guys, so I guess what we'll do is we'll start from the front and work our way to the back. Starting up front, we can obviously tell that there is the nice big Hamm logo right up front. Right here and right here are what I would assume are some sort of a tie-down point. Not 100% sure why those are there, but that's my first assumption. Obviously, the drum is a Sheepsfoot drum, so it's going to have little nubs that stick out that are going to compact dirt much better than the smooth drum will. At least this is going to be the first step usually. Sometimes they'll come through with a smooth drum to finish up compaction, but usually this one right here is going to be the main piece of equipment doing the compaction. Right here up front on the corner, we've got a little Virgin group logo along with the H13i graphic. There are, obviously you can see there's some drilled out holes there. I don't know what those would be for on the model in real life, but they're there just to add realism, I would have to assume. Starting up with the cab, you can see there are two lower forward-facing headlights along with two that are up here on the roof. There is also on the windshield a windshield wiper along with one mirror that faces backwards. This one is a little cockeyed for whatever reason. Then that's another mirror on that side as well. I'm not 100% sure how well I'm going to be able to display the cab for y'all. So as you can see in there, there is a steering wheel. Obviously there's also some sort of a readout there for engine RPM, fuel, temperature, all those good things. And there is the operator's chair. Flip it around real quick. You can see there's a tiny little fire extinguisher inside of there, and that is essentially it. Up along the top of the roof line, you can see there's the Hamtronic graphic. I'm not sure what the Hamtronic exactly means. I just know that that's one of their names for the technology that they use with their compactors. Right here, you can tell there's 3 steps that will lead you up to the operator's cab. They're etched out so that it would be a rough textured surface, so that it wouldn't be a somewhat non-slip surface. I kind of skipped over one thing. There are some hydraulic lines running from the vibratory portion of the compactor all the way back to the car body, for lack of a better term. As you can see here, there are hydraulics that will allow the model to oscillate from side to side. They function very well, as you can tell. One thing on the Sheepsfoot version of the compactor, it has these more aggressive tires. I'll pull the smooth drum version over real quick to somewhat compare. I don't know how well that's going to, there we go. you can kind of get an idea. Obviously, the Sheepsfoot compactor is going to be a little bit more for rough working and loose clay initially. So it's going to need a little bit more of an aggressive tread pattern to get through that. And the smooth drum has the less aggressive tires, since it's more of a finish compacting unit. Obviously, the less aggressive tires will not disturb the freshly compacted gravel or ground or dirt or whatever they're compacting. They could be doing anything really, so just need a little bit less aggressive tires for that. So we'll go ahead and put the smooth drum away for a moment. Also on the back, up top, there are two rearward facing floodlights. There is right in the middle there a smokestack that has been painted black to appear hollow, which is a nice feature that they did there. Let me just see if I can get a better focus here. There we go. Along the bottom corner, we have another Hamm logo. Along with on the rear, there is another one and another Hamtronic logo. There is a red and orange light on either outside corner. Obviously, the red would be more or less for stopping. It probably would not actually light up for that, though. The orange ones are obviously probably going to flash the whole time, and the two closer together lights, those would obviously be some sort of reverse light. So that's about it. The grill there obviously is etched out, as you can see. You can see through to the radiator there on the rear. Another nice thing that they went ahead and did, one last thing, they do also have a windshield wiper on the rear window. You can barely see it there, but it's there. Just bear with me here. And they do not like to stay open on their own, so just keep that in mind. Obviously, I mean, it will to an extent, but it will not stay fully up. From the rear, you can see there is the radiator. Go ahead and turn it around a little bit. This white container here, I do not know what that would be. That might be the battery box. It could be a handful of things. I'm not a Hamm expert. But you can tell, obviously, in there's a pretty decent amount of detail on the engine. You can see the oil filter there. You can also see a little bit of the exhaust manifold. It's not the clearest detail in the world of that, but you can kind of get an idea what they're going for in there. It's obviously a hell of a lot better than nothing, so that's always greatly appreciated. And that's essentially it, guys. There's really not too terribly much else going on out back. One thing that I did notice, right here, there are these little silver pieces. I do not know what those would go to. If there's anybody that can maybe add a little bit of insight to that, that would be very much appreciated. The only other thing that I can think of that I didn't add, there is a small little orange beacon right up top. Always a nice little addition. Obviously not everybody runs those beacons, but it's nice to have one. And that's pretty much going to do it, guys. Obviously everything rolls fairly smoothly. The drum itself doesn't always want to roll perfectly, but it does a pretty good job. And that's pretty much it, guys. I got this from diecastmodels.co on a sale. Not this one, actually, the smooth drum I got on the sale. And it was definitely nice to get that to make the pair. Other than that, I highly recommend both of these. I mean, you can't really have too many construction scenes, for lack of a better term, without some sort of a compactor like this. So it's definitely a nice thing to have in your diorama or in your collection, period. Very high quality, great details, everything about it is just top notch. Like I said, I'd highly recommend it. But that's going to do it, guys. This has gotten a little bit drawn out. I'm like I said, I've been trying to keep everything going. It's been a little rough here lately, but we're on the upward trend, so I think we're going to start seeing a few more videos here and keeping the good content rolling y'all's way. So that's going to do it. As always, please like, subscribe, and comment. Of course, most of y'all already are following me on Instagram at Diecast Construction Expert. I really appreciate all the follows, everything. Everybody's great. I really appreciate everything that everybody's done for me here late, and hopefully everything will continue to keep going well. So, hope everybody's doing good, and we'll see y'all in the next video.